Ladies and gentlemen, gather around and prepare to embark on an unforgettable journey into the exhilarating world of stocks and financial wizardry. Welcome to Stock Marketpedia, where the stock market meets showtime. Let's kickstart this electrifying adventure together and redefine what it means to be the stock market superstar. So without further ado, hit that play button, fasten your seatbelts, and let the financial extravaganza begin. Get ready for a wild ride because Stock Marketpedia is here to rock your world. Understanding the significance of saving and investing your first $100,000 can truly transform your life. This invaluable advice comes from the renowned investor and billionaire Charlie Munger. When I first heard Munger emphasize the importance of reaching this milestone, it completely reshaped my perspective on money and the process of wealth building. In fact, following his principles has enabled me to grow my own investment portfolio. I share my experience to highlight the effectiveness of Munger's wealth-building principles and their potential to bring about tangible results. As an ardent follower of Munger's wisdom, I have delved into his interviews and devoured most of his publicly available writings. Through extensive study and analysis, I have distilled the most crucial takeaways about wealth building, which I'm excited to share with you in this video. Your enthusiasm and engagement are greatly appreciated. Now let's dive into the heart of this discussion. We often come across popular quotes from successful individuals, but more often than not, they lack practicality or remain too abstract to be of any genuine help. However, with Charlie Munger, it's an entirely different story. He has a knack for delivering profound one-liners that resonate deeply with his audience. In one of the memorable moments from an old Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting in the 1990s, a young man approached Munger seeking advice on creating wealth. The young man expressed his frustration at the slow growth of his net worth and sought guidance on how to accelerate his financial progress. In response, Munger delivered a quote that quickly gained fame with the finance industry. "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it." This bold statement instantly grabbed the audience's attention. Yet Munger didn't stop there. He went on to emphasize, "I don't care what you have to do. If it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon, find a way to get your hands on $100,000. After that, you can ease off the gas a little bit." Essentially, what Munger is advocating here is the utmost importance of swiftly reaching the first $100,000 saved and invested. It's the most challenging milestone on your journey to building wealth. However, once you successfully navigate this initial hurdle, every subsequent financial milestone becomes increasingly easier to attain. Let me elucidate this concept further. The underlying reason for Munger's emphasis on hitting the $100,000 mark as quickly as possible lies in the two powerful words compound interest. Compound interest is a magic formula for your wealth-building endeavors. Once you grasp its essence, your perception of money undergoes a profound transformation. Although the technical definition of compound interest involves the calculation of interest on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods, it fails to capture the true essence of this concept. Instead, envision compound interest as a snowball rolling down a long hill. Imagine that you start at the top of the hill, meticulously shaping a small snowball. As you roll it downward, the snowball collects more snow at each rotation, gradually growing larger and gaining momentum. By the time it reaches the bottom of the hill, it has transformed into a massive snowball compared to its humble beginnings. The remarkable part is that you exerted no additional effort beyond the initial push. Time and gravity did the rest. Similarly, compound interest operates in wealth building. The initial work of saving and investing your first $100,000 sets. Let's reimagine the story with Romeo and Juliet. Once upon a time, there were two individuals named Romeo and Juliet. They were both 20 years old when they heard the wise advice of Charlie Munger about the importance of reaching their first $100,000 milestone. Romeo and Juliet both had good jobs and were generally responsible with their finances. However, when Romeo heard Munger's advice, a light bulb went off in his head. He became incredibly determined to follow Munger's guidance and do whatever it took to reach that milestone. Romeo became extremely frugal and worked tirelessly to save as much money as possible. His sole focus was on reaching $100,000. Finally, at the age of 25, Romeo accomplished his goal and hit that milestone. Juliet, on the other hand, didn't fully appreciate Munger's message. She continued with her usual lifestyle and only managed to reach the $100,000 mark at the age of 35, 10 years after Romeo. Assuming neither Romeo nor Juliet contributed any additional funds to their investment accounts after reaching $100,000, let's fast forward to when they both turned 70. Let's consider a reasonable average annual return of 10% on their investments, similar to the long-term historical average return of the stock market. Astonishingly, Juliet ends up with $2.8 million in her account, becoming a millionaire despite not adding another dollar after hitting the $100,000 milestone. Now let's see Romeo's situation. Since he reached a $100,000 mark 10 years earlier than Juliet, one might expect him to have an additional $500,000 or even $1 million more than Juliet. However, the reality is even more remarkable. Romeo accumulates a staggering $7.3 million by the time he reaches 70. This means he has around $4.5 million more than Juliet. This stark difference demonstrates the power of compound interest and perfectly illustrates what Charlie Munger meant when he advised people to ease off the gas after hitting $100,000. Once you reach that milestone, compound interest starts working its magic, significantly accelerating your wealth accumulation. Compound interest allows your investments to grow exponentially over time. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more and more snow as it progresses. Similarly, once you have $100,000 in your account, the snowball of compound interest starts picking up significant momentum, greatly accelerating your wealth accumulation. Now that we've witnessed Romeo and Juliet's journey, we can understand the significance of reaching the $100,000 milestone early. It sets the stage for compound interest to do a lot of the heavy lifting in your wealth-building journey. Charlie Munger emphasizes minimizing expenses as a crucial aspect of a successful life. Warren Buffett, his business partner, exemplifies this by maintaining a modest lifestyle despite his immense wealth. When it comes to wealth building, what matters is not just how much you earn, but how much you keep. Spending less than you earn allows for greater savings and investment opportunities. This phenomenon, known as lifestyle inflation, occurs when people spend more as their income increases. By consciously reducing expenses, individuals can prioritize saving and accelerate their path to wealth. Lifestyle inflation, the tendency to increase spending as income rises, can present a significant challenge for individuals striving to reach the important milestone of saving $100,000. Let's explore this concept through the story of Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, starting their careers after completing their education, both earned a salary of $65,000 per year. However, their approaches to managing their finances differ greatly. Romeo succumbs to lifestyle inflation, increasing his expenses as his income grows. Juliet, on the other hand, embraces a frugal mindset and keeps her spending in check. Over the course of 10 years, Romeo's income increases by 8% annually, but his expenses also rise at the same rate. As a result, he can only manage to save a modest amount each year, accumulating a total savings of around $72,000. In contrast, Juliet maintains a disciplined approach, limiting her expense growth to just 2% per year. Despite earning the same salary as Romeo, her prudent financial habits enable her to amass an impressive savings total of nearly $285,000. This comparison underscores the profound impact of controlling expenses on long-term wealth accumulation. Romeo's lifestyle inflation hinders his ability to build substantial savings, while Juliet's commitment to frugality positions her for a prosperous financial future. As you reflect on Romeo and Juliet's story, it's clear that lifestyle inflation poses a real threat to financial goals. By embracing a mindset of mindful spending and resisting unnecessary expenses, individuals can overcome this challenge and lay the foundation for lasting wealth. Remember, underspending your income is not only vital for financial success, but also for living a fulfilling life. We hope this lesson from Romeo and Juliet's experiences resonates with you. That's a wrap for today's video, but the excitement doesn't stop here. Get ready for more mind-blowing content coming your way. We'll be pumping out videos 3 to 5 times per week, so buckle up for an exhilarating ride. Drop your comments below with your topic requests because we want to hear from you. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop. Stay tuned for the next thrilling episode on Stock Marketpedia, where we make stocks sizzle.